Please give a warm welcome to Matthew Dix.
It's 1991 and I'm 20 years old. And I'm driving home from the very first booty call of my entire life. And I am excited because I don't know that this is going to also be the very last booty call of my entire life. And then it's in that moment of excitement that the right front tire of my 1976 Chevy Malibu blows out. But it doesn't deflate, it disintegrates. It throws rubber on the road in a way that I didn't think was possible. And it takes everything I can to get the car over to the shoulder and to a stop. And it's 1991. I don't have a cell phone, so I do the only thing I can. I start hiking up the road to look for help. 7 hours later, after giving all of my money to a half-naked mountain man named Winston, I have a bald tire on my car and I'm heading home when I look at the instrument panel and I see that I have no gas. And all of the money that I have is in Winston's hand. And it's 1991. I don't have a credit card. I don't have an ATM card. I don't even have a checking account. And so I take the next exit and I roll my car into a Getty station. And as I park the car, I'm angry and I'm sad. I'm 20 years old. I'm a McDonald's manager. I make $7.25 an hour, and I'm the richest person I know. My mother is living on welfare with my sister. My father's left 10 years ago, and the only friend that I have who even has a credit card or a car that can make this 100-mile trip to New Hampshire is off on some college weekend, and I can't get in touch with him. And this was not the plan for my life. I was not supposed to be this alone. And so I go into the Getty station to beg for gas. $8 worth of gas is all I need because it's 1991 and gas is 85 cents a gallon. And the kid behind the counter will not give it to me. He doesn't want to lose his job, and I offer everything, and he says no. So I go back to my car. My plan is to wait for the next shift change. Maybe someone more sympathetic will take over. But as I climb into my car, I see my McDonald's uniform crumpled in the back, and I have an idea. An hour later, I'm in a residential neighborhood about a mile from the Getty station. I'm on the porch of a red brick house, and I'm knocking on the door. I'm wearing my McDonald's uniform, the blue shirt, the blue pants, the blue tie. The door opens, and there's a man standing in front of me, and I know at that moment that this is a bad idea. But it's 3 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, and I'm on his porch in a McDonald's uniform, and the only way to get off is to go forward. So I say to him, "My name is Matt. I'm collecting money for the Ronald McDonald Children's Charities. Can you please make a donation?" And this man stares at me like Stonehenge. He does not move. He's 50, but he might as well be 500. He has all of the wisdom and knowledge of the world wrapped into one man, and I know he knows I'm lying. And the next words that come out of my mouth, I don't expect. I say, "My mom died of cancer when I was young. And my sister has cancer now, and I'm just trying to do what I can to help." And he looks at me and points and says, "You stay right there." And he goes back into the house and closes the door. And I know that he's calling the police. And I'm going to get arrested for stealing money from McDonald's, which ironically 2 years later will actually happen. But not on this day. Because he comes back to the door and he has $20 in his hand, which is like $20,000 to me on this day. And he presses it into my palm and I say, "No, that's too much." And he says to me, "My wife died of cancer 5 years ago." And I think this is a really bad idea I had. And before I know it, I am sitting on the porch with this man, and he asks me about my mother died of, and I say breast cancer because it's the first one that pops to my mind. And he says, "What does your sister have?" And I say leukemia, which I don't actually know is a cancer, but I know kids get it. And he tells me that his wife, Lisa, died of lung cancer, and that his kids live on the West Coast. And he tells me how she struggled for 2 years and how he wanted to tell her it was okay to go, but he couldn't, and how badly he felt that he watched her struggle for so long. And I sat on that porch and I listened to him and I prayed he wouldn't ask me anything. And I just wanted to get off. And so finally we were hugging and I was walking down the walk with $20 in my hand and it felt like poison. I got to my car and I sat in there and I remembered how lonely I felt. And then I felt so stupid and small because I knew at that moment I didn't understand real loneliness. I was a 20-year-old kid with friends and I was stuck in New Hampshire. But I had walked away from a man who was in a tiny house with a wife that was gone and the kids that were gone. And he had a loneliness in him that I would never understand. And so I put the gas in my car and I drove home. But he has always been with me. I have never left that man on that porch that day. And I'm hopeful that I'll never be as lonely as he was that day. Thank you.